How were lepers cleansed in the Old Testament?
This is really kind of wild. In Leviticus 14, we're told that if you're a leper and you want cleansing, that you would go to a priest who would take an earthenware pottery jar. They would take that, they would get 2 birds, they would take scarlet yarn, and they would go, and it had to be running water. And you would take one of the birds and you would sacrifice the bird. And from the blood that comes down into the earthenware jar, you then take that blood and you dip it down into the water. So now you've got blood and water mingled, and then the priest would take this bloodied water and would sprinkle it on the leper 7 times, right? And that after that, the leper would be cleansed, and then the priest would take the living bird and would let it loose off into the fields. And this is a picture of baptism. So what happens in baptism? In baptism, we're told in Romans 6, for example, baptism is always a picture of death and resurrection, that you go down into the waters, and that is a picture of your burial. You've been sacrificed with Christ. You've been crucified with Christ. No longer you that lives. You're leaving your old life behind. You go down into the waters. And by the way, that blood covers you now. And then when you come up out of the waters cleansed, it's like, the bird was released to newness of life. Romans 6 says you're buried with Christ in baptism. And when you come up, you live a new life. And so in Leviticus 14, with this crazy curing strategy, it's offering a foreshadowing of baptism.